so young far tanker drivers in fast here because many say I said not to be take a large chunk of our time, but yambo tanker drivers lady and so now I feel yan to
Speaker, tanker drivers almost soon and one say acquiring yet. And never be moko fapu, not to the depot to and yeah no pay. Or coffee feed depot or now, or the coba be our D corner. Acquiring you so and
yeah.
Do you get it? And now you can say, I can tell you say about 60% of your routes are bad.
Bad.
This is as at 2021.
I buy so your coin power.
Oh,
I'm somewhere coin power.
No, ufa inner city roads are. Inner city roads, yes. There has been asphalting, overlaid, and they need or more, yeah. But you cut trunk roads.
Okay.
Do you get it? Trunk roads. Kwaya you did two coins. So if you a hako kumasi, if you have kohu, if you have kotakradi, those are the roads that are important because only you did two coins. Now, who could going to the other extensions, other communities, you know, and no so a concern. And this so far for the fiacra. Now, would the kobolga, quantity saying, do you get it?
Yeah.
The roads are not good. And that is the case. And this almost a genuine concern. It exposes the road minister. Kwesiamu akwata expose no say or say my ye kwame na enini. Figure from Accra to Tema, and not Tema to Accra motorway now coming Nkrumah year no.
Yeah.
For how many years in it?
Over 50 years.
Motorway ne swatu a dani rough road. Anti traffic to me see motorway no so. Kwanya ye di concrete na ye wo gasem nye dia.
Yeah, yeah.
And say yeah I would rather nyankopon. Concrete road na tutu no ye di bitumen. Kota any gravel any de fill. Are we sensible? Are we thinking? Nkrumah Breastwo 50 years ago or more. Ohunyansa the iron rods, cement, chippings, the casting road amaye. That kind of one mukra car pananka 5-10 minutes utimitra. And there wouldn't a motor where you can do more than 45 minutes. Sometimes 1 hour and more because traffic gridlock. Traffic to me jamming with motorway. Was that the how it was constructed? These are the issues. And also no mudi ne manifiba. Okotema no akofa no mo nanamoso sa accident is was akwa so. Tankers we omunya accident de bia. That is the case. A genuine concern. It is genuine concern. I think that DPRTU should
Kessben
declare support for such tanker drivers. No?
Okay.
So me a concern DPRTU concern almost every driver union must be interested in such tanker drivers with agitation. So SSC ye ya kwan yi and young crime pet and they say ye kwan. And you must pay and say ye kwan.
And right now be described the Appiah. What do you Appiah? In the western region, who say Utra Takrade, Eko Aguna Quanta, will be a rubber concrete Takwa Quine. So you branch on your left, now we'll call Zima. Also, Mokofa gas in the near the
very good.
A trouble. A honor, I just a move in the Western Corridor Road, right? Leading to Cote d'Ivoire and Lubo. Wamoba bisi Appiah Wana. Sa junction this one. Etisi mo right na afi wo mo ba aguna kwanta e de abata krade na
rough
cars ni muni da bia
rough road.
Yeah.
And it is true because I think I went to Abidjan last year and honu kono enyagwan papa. It's true. It's a uko branch ko Africa Elubua and the smooth road ni akanyi na ye kwanfo, and that is the situation. Me say Ghana untimin drive 30 kilometers unya rough route. 30 cry exaggerated. 30 kilometers it is exaggerated speaker. If you are Kumasi de we mashas here no. And if you are betima come 30 kilometers unsheda nya rough road via rough road. But nya kenyi na. you will encounter some of these things. Ni we bisa won say a DNT and because you were feeder routes, and you were high roads na district urban routes or district and what are they doing? What district we are public house department. Then Omajuma saying. I remember I said some time past at Amos Abreso, may he so rest in peace. Now district assembly be or you don't to grader. What I say? For that purpose, so when you're raw for kakra, no more kuchiso. What I say? No, but all of a sudden you can't find the graders. You can't assembly who grader be anti. Quite to say quite a to 2 potos you bahu mubet me a coffee. No, they will not do it. The assembly won't do it. Or metna manase atitia pansam
Kessben
and sana abain be people don't even understand the local governance system. Yentia say
Yama as a emphasobia.
Bibia, we are looking up to central government. Meanwhile, there is DC. Ya yi obia wo honum. I say assembly no, you have the power. You can take decision. Take project. It is acquiring within your locality. What are you doing? All assemblies or charge they levy and take those monies. What are you using it for? And no, a problem. Into the a central government, the a central government. We need to strengthen our local governance system. Say a best strengthening, Kwame be fast strengthening. A bit to see this is common fund. Common fund, yeah, channel parliament, and MPs, a pre common fund. See, Omune shares to any disbursing Tino. Omune decided formula Nintino. MPs was share, it was district assembly common fund. Why? Is anything you create now? MP is part of the assembly. We are Appiah. You are part of the assembly. Who assembly? So vote na who nibia. Who assembly hobby? But not they are created this assembly common fund. You MP common fund within that. What sort of this thing is that? And no, a problem. Internet district to try their cry or move a discount cry. Sikano, this assembly common fund speaker. I'm telling you on authority. Ya chena wouldn't so this is your percentage. Sikase never bow hono. Ya to talk near man one cry ha. Need the amanimo. What you no mudi nemana bremo from the consolidated fund. They say Timu that. This assembly. Why would you do that? Do you know the needs of the people? This is one of peculiar problems and situations. It won't mean crying. And Tonyama Emmanuel. Allow them to do it. And that is the problem. And nobody seems to be talking. Obia are interested. Do we even have a ministry responsible for that, you know? Minister of Local Government. Then all they are interested in seeing Kotwa assembly members on party lines. Asa, nothing more, nothing less. Anything a year break. Anything ultimate court district, street light, nothing. They come by. Among for you as DCs, MCs, do they have vision?
They don't.
Do they have vision?
Majority of them don't.
They don't have vision. Or just say the party now. And ya born this one above flag at your party the moon. Una wasum at your party the moon. Into reward near the amano. Into only initiative beer. Only plan beer. Into a car. Near Tiana, Netade Chinzi were trying to come watching a year bano a quite years ago bonsa. And the DC nebano. Near Bajin so honorable. Casano abundance 200 Ghana. No co. Sakos not come police dinechi. Say, or better, say, dream, say, how can I develop this community? Say, me call a manoni, me cost keep partnership. Now, no, they can't do it. The only MC, mayor, me who's the why useful, Oko Vanderpoy.
Oko,
yes, because Okobe, me boss,
yeah,
speaker, so I'm way before Dino was in for,
yeah.
so on the diaba.
Yeah.
So you see octagon, say pentagon.
Yeah.
All this were his initiatives. That is Obia just say Owadrin. I say, and I will go any clear among for more railways or clear omuni na or kokoji or masiyaba. Do you get it? People have no initiative. The will is not there. The political will is not there. So be what you know, quiet ni bia. Money din.
I just saw
a day. I just saw a born home body anka Accra minister no. And then Accra minister and then demolition. Was it not the greater Accra regional minister and then demolition? Now just so I know you. So I just born home body anka muji nadi. I just so about no, that is not it. And that is the issue. Oba, you must have initiative. And you see, to the extent, and then electing
assemblyman
and can better.
I see.
Because call election there, who do policies better. Now, man for national so no matter Obama. And now say ye pioneer say DC na kasana MC so no. Yen to muswaba. And your president and the best selected no someone to swaba. Let members from within the assembly members and put themselves up. No beyond 10 no bet me a vision for the assembly. No one to muswaba. No omunyi leaders. Other than imposing on them leaders. And this is get tiabano. A bonny panadia no more could escania to a musaba into a bar or no abocano aba. They saw Tenica and the party never been say you knew he must forcefully aligned with the party's decisions and policies and programs, whether a good for his assembly or not.
Or not, yeah.
And yes, Anka quite dear. Who far district be key to say I Muko ye nan where you are seen of we. Can you imagine 99 polling stations?
Exactly. Making up the constituency. No more coin punye. Look at the kind of rules are not muchaba or reporters rules of muchaba. They say we can't even grade. And means start gravel, impo engu sa kwan we so enya no mo trouble. And tinsuo to anipa nko nipa ma no man for academy. No, but it's a cocoa farming area too. Omodo cocoa entia ka cocoa rose no. That is the issue. That is the issue. Me see Eastern Corridor Road, fire dama kumaso, and that I am biased. I am biased because I am a krumukwai. So I say, yeah, and that I must be frank. Eastern Corridor Road, speaker, a short set from to my runabout. Motorway runabout. Okay. Yeah, motorway runabout. Now Eastern Corridor Road, a short. That's the beginning of Eastern Corridor Road to Bolo. I boku. I see.
To Boku Eastern Corridor Road na enya short road. Na sa kwan no me see 4 hours shorter to Tamale
than to go through
Kumasi. It is 4 hours shorter to Tamale than to go through Kumasi. But enya kwan no mani pan cause it's an international road. O fa sa kwan na ko Burkina Faso. Fa sa kwan na o tibisimu Togo. Because as for Togo, dear, who have voter original, only Togo, you are from Pekiko, Sao voter, who far people who are Togo. From that area, once you climb the mountain, you are descending into Togo. International road, Sao, who visit the Intina, a do election, I did this soldier for Zubodess. It's because the future Togo from Ebeba. Voter region will be registered because they speak the same language. I agree. We that is the issue. So can you say speaker? Oh, kwa. At almost ne try say up to Peki Kweve Kwan or na buy na ekaye $200 million. Kwan ba bi o ma ye na at almost o hwe so mo yin na say tutu. NDC ba o man demand to aso. And o mo be cocoa rules. Cocoa rules, we percent that you do cocoa from where just can do the purpose in the mudo cocoa. You see cocoa shirt and everything there. You walk cocoa office. I walk hohoi. Kesi. office front ni nyina tutu kwan da call roads na office na nimu no ni nyina tutu Kofred Agwanyo no mu honum. There's no road. As for those in SAR, sorry. How is it? But as tanker drivers no fanu fuela. So du ko ho nyina. Sa kwan e so faso. What is it? Onko fa Kumasi emma ketekrachi. And onko fa ayi pantu ana queen for ayi akosomo to ketekrachi. Ontimi ntwa sa additional course no. Into the be fafum. Odi fa from the kwan nye ndube u kwa as a cast na say dan kwan so no. This is the situation. Enti omudika na me say etesi ye nyina je jitum ne kase ya kwan nye. Speaker, neighboring African countries, Ivory Coast, from Lubo to Ivory Coast, ubu se driver tiani breaker na a custom, police, immigration, smooth road.
Yeah.
From Elubo to Ivory Coast.
Said they have one of the best roads in West Africa.
That way, Namibia and the rest. Now ye tiha. Ye did to 2 years we had one. Must get to know ye. Man to get now my first scraps for. Get now and I get to it. What to get now my scraps for? We don't have any gate again.
All right. And Chasen, I would say then, kind of 7 after 8. This is Kessben, Maakye Jubedi, SOD. Ben Maakye.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker.
Now, bomb design.
Namiado.
Very well. Kajom say, who rested you on Tino? Obunto Mubwasi.
Kessben.
We are from back.
Me rested you on Timonto Mubwasi. We are from back.
It's been an eventful week. Mamintio on the tanker drivers, the driver the home Komokakra, and phone. So Mamintio Kakrana afe Yamra send not.
I think that utie tanker for Nasema. Say Nenra Medical Kayano, Krumhano, Yemu Numabi. But Numano are critical to the growth and development of this country.
Okay.
One of them a BRV drivers, and I'm fancy tanker drivers and tanker drivers. Because 90% of, even 98% of our transportation, even you can say 100% because
by road.
By road. And even by air crana, these are the drivers on the Kati products no, from the depots to even the airport. So 100% of your transportation, you be bia okrumha, these people. And they say, oh yeah, a buying say oh my you don't joke with them.
Okay.
I quite remember in Germany or so, there was a time, even in UK, South Korea, UK, brand no more called Brexit, you know. Most of the BRV drivers were from the other European countries.
Yeah.
In UK, some last 2 years or so, almost strike. Because now Europeans no free Britain ko mukrum. In the British no now more say akatuano enye papanti. When they went on strike, Britain economy no it came to standstill.
Yeah.
So we don't joke with these people. But as of my museni medical can ye munyu bi. We a driver near ye who say sebi onyo bia because o jesuit onyai. Didn't in America sir. These people came in 2001. And on can say ye na ye distribute products echo across the country. Ye distribute product here and are buying enya levies. ESLA, special petroleum tax, all boss levy, fuel marking. Bibiano ye ne ye. Emamunya. Nemum ye depots no ube Kubi krano na washroom nye papa. They cited Kumasi depot, boss depot Kumasi. So beko boss depot Kumasi no. Washroom krano mwako yo muye no enye papa. Inside also krano pine enye. O kano ona ne de car mana. O de car no kobaya car ne se o report mo ona se car se ya. Ona no dream se ona bia wan yusu car ni. Nti omo call on government me kai George Nyauno. O call on government. Oni abas mo call on government say government. Ye de yem srehwe free mo ho. Ye welfare nye but ye managing kakra. Ye metering system enye ba ye fa ne kakra. Nemmom ye srew kwan ne de for so ne ye mayen. Washroom ne work maase no monye maye na yesu ye hu say your contribution to this particular state no e won aban hu say e won faso. they call on government and Fiomo. 2021 Appiah and Fiomo. I think I quite remember say MPA even had Mustafa Hamid had to go and meet them because now more person go strike and Mustafa Hamid go shiomo and at the end time transport minister ishiomo and no kasa say oh ye be bibia fa ho Mr. Speaker ye be bibia fa ho from 2021 no any ende neno it has to take these people to say ye strike and sana ye timia bomb. And sometimes you see I don't actually blame government. Normally I blame the technocrats. Omuya Jumama government.
I didn't hear.
The me blame technocrats and say, you see, the Honorable Maakye Prempe I go to energy ministry.
Yeah.
Or a dentist. Anamwa. Okay, Sano Moka. Being a dentist also means that he doesn't actually know the petroleum sector and the contribution of these tanker drivers to the economy. He may not know because on no dentists they're not doing anything yet to say. So energy sector framework no on shede nim. Inti technocrats na mo hono and also mutunu for say, hey, Mr. Speaker, hey, Mr. Energy Minister, BRVs are an integral part. Drivers are an integral part to the growth of the energy ministry. Intino respond abribiano, engage them, listen to them, go closer to them to know omu grievances so that you can resolve them. Because if they go on strike, a risky, very consequential and dangerous to this economy that are not going on strike. Anamwa.
Yeah.
In this out now, Emma omoko strike. Not a strike no more kono. One, it is going to affect households. Now no say million citizens Chrome obi free me free ho. No kas okoto LPG. Yes LPG asa.
Gas asa.
Which means they rely on charcoal. And then your friends eja. Ekobunia. Yes I buno. Or climate change effect. Two. Meteo ena friend say mikrom kintampo. Obi frɛ me o say petrol asana petrol ne sani diesel ne sano 2 days ya o na no catch am say hwe kro be you because oni ba bi obefa sika edi atu omuka. So it's also going to increase unemployment and other critical issues. Intimia Mr. Speaker, say we a technocrat now a minister of energy.
Yeah.
Then you cannot advise your minister say BRV drivers are integral to the development of this country. Now we technocracy now audit one also. That is the energy ministry. Mr. Speaker, we finance ministry. Finance. Only 2021 taxes are buying any free petroleum sector. Even only the tax levies no any special petroleum tax are buying any 5 billion Ghana cedis. 5 billion Ghana cedis. 2021. And this 5 billion Ghana cedis, they were performing better even than the upstream. Ghana had a downstream. They performed better. The downstream, 2021, the downstream realized $1.4 billion. As against $785 million of the upstream. So it tells you that downstream a place a buying biana odin on my hono on for hon grow. Because $1.5 billion no convertibra ye friends saying you see this money then you sit finance minister nkrofo kan omokwan asem where you wani ama a transport minister where you wani ama ye friends saying road and highways where you are quite nkrofo sabi. I respect every Ghanaian and I think that every Ghanaian no deserve certain national allocations. But you see e bi wo ho na omo adwumadie ne mfaso edi ba man no sabi entosini na mum ya ye kwan papa amomo ndi se what ma ye kwan papa ama sabi obi a ontimi contribute to the growth of this economy adentina omo contribute to the growth no ontimi nya. And this one enye sika kese bia oba minia makati anase they can contribute in building this roads because to anim ho endo 2 kilometers. So the baby any your friend saying sa motorway side no endu 2 kilometers kromha a kilometer 1.5 million Ghana cedis. Good kilometer 1.5 million. Whatever say good kilometer 2 million Ghana cedis. You only need about 5 million Ghana cedis to maintain these roads for them. Oko bust de poewo if any kumasi omo complain say omo ni good washroom ni sa if anything privy houses here. How much will you need? 100,000 can construct a good washroom and a decent privy house for them in Kumasi. Takra did your mukai. So okani nyabuma you don't need more than 1 million 10 million Ghana cedis to do this work for them. Compare say yenyendru asimfosu. How much government spent in Asimfosu? So government's priorities are misplaced, and I'm glad said Nra Appiah san kweshe omobo and being lovers of Ghana, being good citizens of Ghana. Yen yuanum bia before no say oma call for my strike no.
Yeah.
Pending say Appiah bo she na wa she no obedi so. Say Appiah this wa fine for Appiah, but say Appiah ni so a Mr. Speaker, my media bia embetena ha emblem omo.
Okay.
Mr.
Medas, thank you very much, Beninsia. Beninsia, a energy policy analyst, and I don't pay what is work casado. Capito anywhere back from God. So I say mention. In fact, it's time the NPP forget about the NDC and make sure they work hard to maintain our supporters to take very good care of the grassroots so that we can break the eight simply. Regards to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, thank you very much for a message. When you say, if you don't forgive, you are also a wicked person. The people of Ghana must be able to forgive the bad leadership we are facing and vote John Mahama back into office come 2024. Message Ode Abanono. Thank you for Ode Abba Anope. This one says that good morning, Speaker. Your panelists are right. We have misplaced priorities. Kofi Dako, thank you for a message. I'm grateful. Teacher Kujo, anyway, fi Tepa Anna Ede Eba. I say greetings to the Honorable Eric Nana Ajiman, Prempe, NADMO Director General. The Honorable Kwame didn't win the election on NDC ticket, but won it on his own personality. The man is too good to his constituents, and that led to his great victory. The people of the Central Region always vote on personalities and not NPP or NDC. That is why we are termed the victory region. The people of the Central Region always vote on personalities, and they know what they vote for. God bless you. Thank you, Teacher Kujo. And the message, This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Upon all that the NPP did in a synod, it amounted to nothing. God has really given Jachikwaisen victory, and that's all. They must understand themselves and go back to sleep. Thank you for a message, with the Abba. 19 after 8, Kessben. Bame Emma, okay. Pacha, your friend is citizen at Odazi. Nah. Citizen at Odazi, General Secretary, and JCPP. Nah, he's always late. And they say, they are no candidate. The latest so can't they are only the actually. Citizen marching.
Mr. Speaker, you're not being fair to me this morning. I'm not always late.
Sir.
Yes.
Oh,
Mr. Makati.
Mr. Makati.
And whilst him that's what I make you now they be a Mikacho there.
As if you are dancing.
And after next week, from Woko leave.
After next week be more. No kind of last 2 weeks.
No, I'm missing a from Woko leave. Woko a holiday, sir.
Okay.
Because I take them to school.
I see. Okay. A friend watch him.
Yeah.
Thank you. But we can.
So if they delay me, it affects me coming here. That's it. I'm still very proud that I come from the Central Region, where we are the kingmakers.
Okay.
We decide based on merit, and I'm very happy.
You're very happy, yeah?
With the turnout in Asin North.
Okay. You're better, but from on the
but there's a trend going on.
And I pay them tanker drivers issue.
Yeah.
It calls for a trend. Last week also, we were talking about bullion vans.
Billion, yeah.
Because of the policemen and the drivers now, one sabi, at the risk that we put them through. The yemo na kazia won't find you with money. So when you situate it with these tanker drivers, you put one life at risk because wage money is very risky. Because tank now was even if it's empty, it is high risk. Internet who can't be highly inflammable. Inti moba ya me now ye benya fango e bi yeza ye ne dwuma yeza buye calm yeza whatever it is. Inti will be risking a life. Driving all across these regions and whatever. First of all, ne car knows in. Then a kwana na oze car na namdun.
Kessben.
Inti Ghana ha ibantina ye hwe han wonye me bebre hu na ye twen no say yansa na you take the necessary action. The speaker. Baby, you want complaining about just the normal long roads. Sometimes what's baby what for fuel on one.
Depots, no.
Depot no one. Crown ye. Can it be munum ye yati ye hwe han. I mean, I sometimes just don't get it.
Your systems are just not working.
I sometimes just don't get it. So, yeah, roads be or potholes be or Atomic Junction. The runabout, Atomic runabout. You know. It's as if there were a dugout. Me say one village, one dam. Or you be or Atomic Junction
the same
runabout.
Thing was 7 runabouts in this. Old piece of FM.
I don't know whether that is one dam, one village, one dam. And be a warrior or what.
Oko of Uncle barrier, runabout and so I see her. There be a barrier no so runabout and I see her. There be a is your time.
So why are we, Mr. Speaker, in paying for tea?
Yeah, there be a it's so name to know.
So when we are in so trying to for my phone, I chain will pay.
This is the main one of basically what I say so toya fish be.
Yeah,
fish name.
Fish. Okay, fish.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe no more the one.
Of uncle.
Maybe one.
There be a show. In fact, I'm not paying. I'm not sure.
We say cab.
Appiah. No, you can't do.
The main road.
Runabout.
Yeah. So, as a speaker, we are tickling ourselves and laughing. Another trend in there, Mr. Speaker, go to our major hospitals.
Kessben.
Nurses and doctors, some of them, they don't have common gloves. Patients know what to gloves. What are my doctors and nurses? So we put our health workers at risk. It could be Pumpumba, what at Kwashi Memorial Hospital. Tete Kwashi Memorial Hospital, Mampong, Equapim.
Mampong, yeah. A kind of one.
Kwashe. And more year when they have health workers in our one, they can't talk. But Akazia we here as health workers, what be your juma common gloves when you be. But when they be with the rubber, Ashisha one son, what they try here for. And we sometimes put up an infrastructure there, thinking there is a beautiful edifice. Into everything is well there. Go inside and go and see what is happening. We are sitting on rots. Into painful be why can when you would in fee baby I what it can assume an nurse be complaining that assume an sports complex when you didn't feel because when he went there some time ago the place was just rotten. And that's what we are doing. Why should the question even interchange in show? People are putting billboards left, right, center, everywhere. Sometimes I made you wonder. So I didn't hear you. Ghana, I didn't hear you. And your town planners or Ghana.
Kessben.
Why? So our engineers, whatever, what are they doing? What are they saying? Are they saying and leadership is not listening and everybody? Because your road networking, sometimes we know the issues. Shekaswa, Accra Kaswa Road, Tobut one. Osia then all those places. We know the issues in so to ayi mosi wo ho. Ya betwe me nso ato BBC na traffic na warfare police, warfare highway, warfare yi won ko ho. Why? And for more than 10 years we are doing the same thing. Since akwa akoti junction na kwhwe. Road bese nso to and this is across the country.
Kessben.
Inti yeah na tanker drivers no akọ strike. Na echi dey na towardo. One dream man ho one hear them. But do we think about their lives? I just mental so. Now unfortunately, one tanker drivers when you constituency na wo MP wu ma akọ by election wo ho.
Some more adwuma bebre na awatama. Bebre so to about.
Make the when you constituency so constituency kura nka when na wa shada ya course by election so that exactly so that the things could be done. Because for me I am Mikade and maybe it doesn't take much. Like Ben was doing a simple analysis of how much it costs to construct a 1 kilometer of road. 1.5 million. See the year of rose. The year of rose. The year of rose for 3 years. Now some of these basic issues we cannot handle. Hey, now for no boy yadi. Now more shall so may be to there. No, some no be.
Very well.
Oh.
But I say, thank you very much. 27 after time, just stay with me. Mami chame ho, Amra. Beba yebeto aso na yenewo edin komo yebekwa sindot na the postmortem of the Ascendot by election. After this yebede ho enkomo beba sisi ya
oni pada sani awon manwem wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia kemfa ho menso metene be bia ka me pema yeden nanso wodoma nkomo bo ade bo ni pa bata ni pa ho obi ada na nyonko ensu ande irasio Obia wani duma odidi bua oman wakwana ni kosi nafo wa yukuni chechere ne ma obia nani koso ni ja obreti ni kukodu fo eja wo mo ankuni maba agurana na wiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french mo obia na no awabo ajo asana na ho febia wani bono so awira cheche wakwana ne bani na sene ni ba ejo no bi no anta bi eja wo mo anami di asem asa chiri na no mpano wa asem eja wo mo asoma bi aba Wodman come about dear Shay and said, Yenis, I was so, any journey I grew. I feel when you have been here, I see a sonimo. A bassa while you're a pan swatcher and a pampa. No, be a son, you'll be a small.
Emma watching Wakwaba BM25 after 8. This is Kessben. Yegusua Yene Edin Komo. And now what you need Munina and Koma Akoso and oh my God, the Munano pay Yene Echeni Nano. My match I say Hona Mensanso Emrani Subia Sin not Yako Yaba Yakako to Abanaba. James Jachi is now the member of parliament elect. I'm told, sir, and the one best one in, right? That's it. Mamincho on Asinot. Nah,
Speaker.
Yes.
Asinov.
Yes.
My position on the Asinov Nensasanga. My maintain say once there is a criminal case pending in court, no. Now it was advisable saying can you can send this for the court. But omunde ni mun ye mom. Enti Omar repeat that you question. Ama watime win election. Congratulations to him whilst he deals with his perjury case in court. Now, victory no and yet too surprising. And yet surprising because the Ghanaians are emotional.
Yeah.
We are very sentimental when it comes to, especially who feels with the year more treating now. We are often gravitated towards the person emotionally. And you know, Osha Supreme Court, another court, and the that you question fast so now. Now, some sympathy the sympathy has grown from time to time. Say for 1 year and a month, more restricting is a man holding who as a MP.
Yeah. Now
the decision by a say uncle to about now Muslim de ne court and so our court is I say every day as I say or back court a bean seed that the usher say a bean seed and a man for with this one and then you targeted a Appiah say you said that say papa ne person your titi no and also a constitute and not influence the decision no.
Okay.
In the local dynamics now, things that the NDC outplayed the MPP in terms of the dynamics. NDC for no T dynamics now say the local dynamics. In Tomukoya, no, I think that Omuni Omu constituency executives, no,
yeah,
and a year Juma, and they've been able to study the constituency. It was okay. A settler community, Ningo for her. That go my for her and can for Mukakra, Santifo Mukakra. If that is the case, then the Yenji Chim I go for her. Young man ningo for Mekasa.
Yeah.
That go my phone, that go my for Mekasa. Oh, I go for Mekasa. So that was their strategy. And this Teddy
Ayenswano, yeah.
I think he was better leading the campaign. And Sam George no more. We're dealing with the Ningo people.
Yeah.
ABF Hussein no more. We're dealing with the Dagombes in that community. And now, Samajan Fini, Jachi Christino Monanam, Asantifono, so Ngakankaka, Intino, and no, the voter sentiment and campaign strategy. The opposition now prove our strength. As enough. The local issues, me share videos, be an amount for Nikasu. Omuko MC no ho eko born na manesi obo bridge bi abu MC ni say we overburden and assembly ni overburden tino omo ampe omo contractor na onyema omo na nyankopon chade omo anya contractor oye Jachi Kwesi na Jachi Kwesi na abeye sa bridge na momo MPP for by Omudi Omo cars and Namsa bridge no so up and down campaign. You see, I didn't know home. The MPP on the other side no so a no. Yes. Omokoye Omudi. Things complaints are abba. Now yatiti be executives say complain say as a nipa mienu mi nsabi e hijack bibia. And the involvement of the local people Nankasa was not anything to write home about. And as the quite a fanfare, so they were not focused. a blot on the leadership of the MPP today, because this is the first time government in power lose by election.
Yeah.
In a swing constituency. The first time by election, government in power lose biada. Na wako na resources were not made available. From what we are hearing from the grapevine, I say any people who were supposed to be in charge of a Neman Chese, Sikadie, those who are supposed to release money, no, release resources. Say Monkoye Juman Winnie seat, no. At say a diversion, say what have you? Final day near Tisa 200 Ghana cedis be. Soon. And the amount for 200, a bit major 5 times, a major 3 times, and NDC 200, MPP 200, and to Jiha 300, and Utimi at Daniko Santa dear 5. Now by Jia Utimina 1,000 so Sikako, ye never question. So overall, no, yes, the NDC had smarted the MPP ever as enough until you one.
And then Uncle Yama NPP.
I think their strategy-wise, strategically, no, they failed. Oshie vote Drua, that's an homophono.
Yeah, Drua,
Abna Drua in 2020. I think she managed some 14,000 votes. As against the Chikwesi 17,000. The recent one, Chaso Usu, enya 12,000 votes.
Yeah.
And that question, and 17,000 votes. What it means is that those who voted for that question, or months or so,
again, yeah,
they still
and in
maintain,
fact, additional 1,000
they maintain. However, those who voted for Druano, your margin say, Omon Tuma Opoku.
Was he a better candidate? Because
you see,
I've never seen a candidate. One Kasao.
Yeah, the decision to if the decision no mu yes decision no mu yes Omo kono and effective results no because Druano comes from a community,
yeah,
and a natural in the community for no better abama no and for election or no akọ lose. It was that close, 3,000 difference. Now say by election about we say mumma or no mum enko is your mumma no ko election no primaries no and no lose ya.
Okay,
you better than say to talk her out of the primaries or to pay her out of the primaries. Oh yeah, ni sa on come back enko kanja man for say oh me na ma decide say me enko. The rumors there because you think
we know. Chief of staff led that negotiation.
Yes, they paid her out of the race. To say a travel people will be agitated. And in Omunko Twabakra. And they will share over the one kotono. I can tell you, say, Omufi draw Krumo. That is it. That is what happened. The whoever decided, say, let's put Drew aside. Then kofa breku for me no monko primaries. Nien chusumu baako no at the party na bro. And here one. The second one, you first say the resource now. Si faye juma make sure say who the resource in where they pay juma because budget the name modru. The budget as I know name modru. The money yama se mumfanko election no utugu ya odi juma na ma obia ye juma na anka I think say but it didn't happen like that. And now a big crowd were wishing say ombe lususa seat no.
Yeah.
Omo victory. Some of the people no more they were there because they have to be there. They weren't there because they were happy being there because they sika na kwa unizo ye sika so masimasi. So yem fan ko ye djuma. Na sika na ko di photo baku. And a man for the show. Na man for the two omo no mo kasa boom boom boom. And the yen lusu.
There's one thing I heard yesterday. Now I was quite shocked
Yeah.
Sir, there was a strategy by the NDC. Sir, in the last 2 weeks to the campaign, in fact, I'm told, sir, one more the ma, one more excuse me, so more twack see pa. Eddie could go as not. In fact, some of the NPP people went in for that. At the time, one more distraction, one more Beko campaign, no, not one more Pemba. I mean, this is a serious thing. And listening to some of the interviews on radios and other things, I was laughing. And you could hear the national organizer of the NDC say, yes, it's a strategy to win an election.
You see, my Dambuche was enough.
No,
was he there?
Oh, he was there. Dambuche was there. I saw pictures of him.
When it comes to elections, Dambuche Maradona. And that strategy, onuna chance, as a talent in Nazifu, Dambuche, and it's good, sir, and this first year, use.
In fact, pictures about who we are now.
Good, so, and America is
good. Ladies know shape, pa. In fact, their citizens in Penivia.
It's good, sir. Almost Nasiga. Is that NDC a more crafty message?
Yeah, exactly.
Message of Mudi Koyano is the propaganda pa.
The messages were clear.
They were clear. So okay, that's the question. By election abai, mon say abaya mo kwan. Manya has two steps. Manya we. Muntu mano. Because you see a Dinibeko prison. Say the nuclear prison, another by election. Mo kwanyaka you remember yeah. Do get and people bought into that. They bought into that message.
And indeed, by election be bad, they'll go and do it.
And they'll go and do it. And you know, yes. And no mudina so kotua na sika no mudi ba na yemu musika. You see, try to brainwash the people and they brainwash you yeah. But the good thing is that man for the two among the central region, and there you mugu. And there you mugu because the people are more as enough Nangazano. So much of fun for. And I say,
thank you. The good people of Achim Tafo in the Eastern region, together with the entire traditional council, Kessben FM 92.9, and you see our live. Achim Tafo and Patabo Hum Kai. Beginning on the 4th of July. Eddie Coding Kessben FM 92.9. A year at Chimtafo and in Patem. We are rapping live for whom cool party bash. Yeah, they brown. Watching party. Yeah, they brown. A year at Chimtafo and in Patem. And in Patem, a few way for whom no Yanimun Day. One more watch him in Patem. Say they bro live. They are watching party in fact, watching one shot to the feeling brutal. July most of me a year watching a night. Echo Nina, not get you home kind. A fashion no at the bro. Now, she on the 8th of July. Not you know, and ship party Nina, no jams, more jams, I can see it. And Nicky Bags, I can see drinks in the church now. I pay on the 9th of July, yeah, the watching party in the also at the Bebra. And what a shame Safuzongo. Now, a very brutal. I feel whom kind on Pacho. Said so, sir, a bay at the pa. Everything will be live with Kessben 92.9. Sir, Officer Usoju Media Yasi. And I will picture movie able to be a prayer on 0249 121929. 0249-121929. Now, I don't pay for any. I bet you so far. Maakye Cliffs Collateral Management and Roma pay ya boa when you Japan and Kracha some faso. I don't pay the SSO Yena no and it's only a bedding from Moya Japan and Kracha Macho Wire. Biden is stamp so from Kracha and Brian from Koyajuma. Na your mossy can show bottom. I feel we are company na open collateral with the budget bank loan and pay when the Cliffs Collateral Management income 0266999020 0266999020 and also suffer 0302551877. Now when the Cliffs Collateral Management needs I was one of pay think safety and decent income. And that's about one to for that room, but one more coffee. And that's about industries for that room, one more coffee, and that's why to enter the above. Apropos, razor ball. After what imports a good and name take a second portion a good, a man to Contoko, the think it, and that way the new patrol and more, and a pair of ring was not my propos, and they sent to be about 77 when I'm can't be sure soon you down. And a pair of drive as I was slashing the beer. And that's why intimate. Slashing a bit to sign your money in our city. I wake on a track capsules. And that's about new brand of a back up. Now, I don't pay. No, my wake on a track capsules. A double see music. They better take you away. The general body pains never born, so I'm a urine, no a flow. Oh, John Salvador, so ye pa. I feel STI, Sabbath show, so the two us here. Wow, when you take no me. Wow, we all bow confetti, I yell dear, but you don't know my way. Natural capsules name wapa. War and cry on kind she drug little bit of beer. We pass bench chest, and I tell her. And I feel baseline pharmacy, Nisi pharmacy, Rich Joe, thinking I'll bring it before the Gapson pharmacy for Monko, bring a beer for Delight pharmacy, Drug Right pharmacy, when you're moving in Coco, Owusko pharmacy, Owusko Beer pharmacy, Hillside pharmacy, thinking I'll bring it Kasua, Tribe of Judah, and I feel Kumasi, Danny Herba, Mr. Herba, don't pay for you. Nah, you know, name come up, open to do more to 0245 079915 0245 079915 and also say for 0276 537701. Now when they end us our phone is also Depot savings and loans for the Roban Pacho fixed deposit investment scheme. Yeah, the Abba. And if I was sick, I don't bet 200 Fanya Juma. Now, and Fazodo no never so the amount. Pacho so me and son, the Bema 18% rate of interest. So means here 22%, I feel about 23%. Now, fetch me a boy. Pacho, you trap quite walk the branch of Kessben, one abet Yaba. Now, and Chemubia will pay me to your boss, your church, your Mukama. I feel we are your beer counting in an idea about. I don't pay for you, man. Now, when in the name of 0245 153283 0245 153283 and also separate 0246 904735. Now, on the report savings and loans, and income one pay. One more bedroom, so fixed deposit investment. The baby now we see kind of a one more home. Proceeding that journey in Busababes, no pay in Busadaro, my Bustimio system. I want this one could be about the pedia, go back quantity, Arabia. I don't pay in Boost, you don't even know no matter. But you boost about and do a Calamet pharmacy and what Boku low cost road. I pay her shop will be a Belbia, chemical shop will be a Belbia, Ubenia Biato, and a pay one in Boost for on 0246 208496 0246 208496 na imbusu no ono nombia ebeboa yepa Johnson and Somali, Christian Business School, CBS. I feel so. Your seminar on Kwa, your decision, a training more Mamutimian in there. And Paya Befaswan Yan, Snow Farmer. I feel wow, Pesa Winyan can't wow, Pesa Winyan, wow, Pesa Winyan, Coco Poetry. I feel Pesa Winia Paya, your Fasu, a cake, Paya, your Fasu, ice cream, liquid soap. But your liquid air freshener, and a purpose to getting in there. Yeah, the better kwan abrefa so abaye paint anope won pay we na abega pacho anope won Christian Business School for register na seminar ye dey ba on the 5th of July e won cry no watimi aye part of it shano so mama e wo kuada 5th July na ape ye dey seminar na so e wo Holy Spirit Cathedral Salam down and cry 9 o'clock pepe near Friday Kumasi in Patem on the 8th of July, yeah, the seminar no Eshiamo Ewo. I was in Sam Hotel, Bantama Kumasi, 9 o'clock, my penny a shot. I feed you at Sesofala, registration in any materials, I did document, refreshment, I did the cunning in album, I would hear Kubi at 350 Ghana city spec. I told the Chiana Bessie, the Swanza Nujuma, na intimate wapa. But you're watching the mouth business plan, the guide. No what to me na abuapa we register no pay for 0531 270106 0531 270106 and also say for 0242 974254 0242 974254 better so to me after 0571 138252 0571 138257 na on the Christian Business School for any Kobano pay one bejo so abuapa Kanisa Herbal Ventures Kanisa Herbal Ventures Bacho omo the Kanisa Herbal Mr. Ediaba candidates ebeko ade bia ye pay monamia betina wo so ana wontimi enyo ho ne wo tete anopai nonom Kanisa Herbal Mr. enro ni bi ebebo obetu ya oni nyina se dia ma tachiman obehu ya ewo kenten taxi rank wa baseline pharmacy no ye ne no dey hwe ani no pay for yen 0247887436 0247887436 and also say for 0202990943 da oni eni sawo Ebasia na mene Ben and citizen na gingerbread the same country say dental issue but you say no asubu kaka aye watch aye na ama wo gam na hono wafono no ahono but you ho hwia ejeje wote ya opa the teacher say wonum hwia na akoye se de ye de sekan ahye wo mi de sekan etwa wo gam ne mo no but you gingerbread aba wo ba ye enwuma wo mo aye ni adanse bi aba the dog and pay money gingerbread dental clinic for ninsa was so watching na wamo baje wo se ani wonu mu haw ni nyina asolve ni nyina de aba a chop e cha kwan C5 junction e wo ngwa main station wa be ho ye afi kwabenya atomic down runabout so ye ni baseline ye ni unicorn pharmacy and the day share and no pay for ye 0559 139582 0559 139582 and also say friend 0549 906588 na one gentleman they need sour so Pacho oseno be tit replacement abra tit white and your bed ya o se be fita say you na ebebo apa confidence ebeba so Next scientific and research for other room. But on our team, they are in the show free, especially on holiday. The show come up. And pay you with me in and it's wow, bone problem, bone diseases be fabra, the best of your mouth. I say when you fracture. And at dislocation of a joint, would name Mobu, Cassie any Mobu, and pay fabra, will be to us here, the amount cracker. Next phone in command pay on 0244 120 269 0244 120 269. I pay STIs give it to us and watching heart diseases. You get electrocardiogram scan on at the mouth. Crabina with your labs are good working in our Jukume Nafi. Share problem no near to no at the amount. So I know the amount. But just Sprinters Road, this Rainbow IT electronics shop no. I pay tap the name Fairview Guest House no and the band. Frey and I bet you so Kumasi, I hear my Cocobbin main station for Pewuni na Yabuapa. Zali 9 o'clock on the dot, 30 minutes to check out. I'm in Rabel, so I'm in Tieno. On a sin not. Interestingly. Jana Nyabedu. Ben Maminchio.
Mr. Speaker.
Kessben.
As lawyers, the enemy dreams obey further and better particulars are free. Minia Maakye because Okase is kind of the coin of super. Tina me dreams be with my boss car on the corner.
Oh, okay. That's a boy any.
Why any minia? Okay. Minim so on to me my idea. Mr. Speaker. MPP
and the most shows no Ben.
Kessben.
Men play hypocrisy be power. The fact is,
and the Ben I
say I glaring.
Made them in for the grass.
Say and then almost to be the Chasopuku, scabiding the Chasopuku wa.
Aye.
And then now would they take any part of the war honum. As will be added 200 Ghana citizens. I said emphatically because the fact is that
Ben is doing
now,
at least
now,
if you have a name it. If you don't, let him
Ben
proceed.
in foul lawyer and lawyer Ben in foul lawyer and Speaker.
Yes.
And now no studio ha and now NDC NPP mutual allegation. So the money sharing me
Yeah.
No,
but you nearly named it. You said it's come the question super.
Because
if you have
from my checks, from my checks.
So what did they tell you?
From
how much was that?
No, from my checks.
Inima, let's Ben
And they gave it to an individual.
Wow, look at that.
All right. Mr. Speaker,
Ben.
I think that me join say MPP eco election with Omukolusu.
Oh, Samu.
Yeah, no, they didn't plan to win because one, communication they failed in both aspects. Verbal and non-verbal communication, MPP failed. Until planning no, omo planning say ye kolusu election no asamba. And I say be asende Minia Maakye kan no. Yehu ache me kai say twi a misua me depan say aye e de akobofo ba fie. Nti election we no bia na yehu ache nti no yenko hia ho na yehu social capital yen networking na yen samra fie, but not to go and win this particular election. The entire make us say non-verbal wise the field is that one Kumawu election ebesha say no odi machinery kugu kwan so na utwa. After the election we machinery nyina free ho.
I can funny say no crazy more machines so.
Oh, but omo media for reporters say machines no any hobby. Certain activities are now when you bra wo ye no after Kumawu election no waja nyina. So non-verbally no we are telling the same people that machinery amodia begu ho no after election you be here free ho. Yes, which means it sends a signal. Nti wonom no wa feel. Nti I think that omunim so mbeko Kumawu no mbeko asen no Kumawu no was an komuja machinery no wona ekoso yi na dwuma. They will say it's not because of the election na kwan na mamo. Hono mo feel here. Now two non-verbal aspect omo san feel here no send you omo carry omo ho at the particular constituency.
Okay.
Send you omo running omo shows omo rallies in any manual showed opulence. Right? Yes, you ho kire. Na you ho kire na wo ba election a wo rally akese. What high musicians abegina stage so. Oh, but nti obi bia na wo rational bia no. Eti wa he was
NDC did something unique for the first time. I feel about the Ghana politics here radio rally.
Yeah.
I mean, we more connected all the information centers and we more radio studios. Anybody that matters.
It was done too.
You said
2020 they did something.
Okay. Anybody that matters in the NDC was on air, just as we are on air.
Yeah.
What's the no can no BNT?
Yeah, because really no mass mobilization you obi an bitima ba ho. Na radio no spread obi a okura wireless cry. You say na wireless ni okura phone cry ultimate or some of these stations. Nti non-verbally no there was that opulence like sika e ho chire organa obi complain then people come V8 eba any manema inti a microphone who say no these people they are not serious to mamo. That's a failure on the part of MPP. Now the second part in terms of communication verbal nankasa no MPP had no message.
Okay,
their message concentrated on this equation so without marketing their candidate. Would have all the footage is every hobaye omampanyini ko ho Abranche ko prison. Nti motuma na kwa prison.
Yeah.
What will your candidate do better? Mampanyini antimi anseli ni candidate. He's jail bound. Oh, what about jail bound? And kasa jail bound now mampanyini ko kaye no could have been used to market their candidate and tell the people of Asin that montuma cha sopoku because oba say no beye. Omontumi anka cha sopoku asem. Most of them concentrated on equation.
Yeah.
Now, under part, na me share video bia wuntumi. Ete hairdressing salon bimu sa. No ne omo ne pedicure se medicure. On yes, na oye pedicure some that hairdressing salon. Nti oye sa ayi no na na oka chom say oh, ya sequence nkra onsi fie oha. Oni fie oha. Ni yiri mfiri ha. Me yiri firi asen. You see, omo focus no, they had no message. So they focus us on the man. Let's like denigrating man no na onyobia. But the man was not interested in them, but rather interested in convincing the people to vote for him based on his capabilities. So MPP had no message. Omunim di omokoka. Omunim di omokoka. Now the third part, and they say, you see, many Charles Makati ajetum say or catch me, Haminka Sibi or Jetum, but he also maybe got the information somewhere. Say the lady candidate, you know.
Yeah, Abradruano was maybe negotiated off. Minka say paid off. But the call Apam say Bia. On step down. Manning co primaries in the crowd.
But the question is that what catching is say on step down. What contest election be all influence no? Did you involve her in the campaign? They didn't involve her. Obi Awako election be there. Atimanya almost 14,000 votes. Which means on the base, on a critical mass, now Oko election, one team involved. There was no participation. One fananka home.
Almost a lose popularity.
Okuta 14,000 votes or lose popularity.
Yeah.
Now so lose popularity cry. And you be no lose no day or on a critical core must be no matter what. You be dinachi, you be to a man. This is what man negotiating off. Say uncle tranchain. Man in co primary scrana. So woman bibi crana. Bibi now say man in Sambeka election. No, she should be a critical part of this, integral part of this election. MPP and Fananka.
Our platforms listen your men who know.
Yes, Oman Fananka because
rally platforms.
Yes, and that is poor planning. So they planned to go and fail in this particular election.
From the analogy, so we're losing popularity of a mountain platform.
No, you see,
so if she has lost popularity and the original platforms are
no. You see, you cannot lose entire popularity. Obi Awachimanya 14,000 votes, you know. It has lost popularity.
Yes, but the question is that what research? I know I've been a losing popularity because she was one time MP in 2016.
So one involved no now. One involved no Sokrano, your candidate proper. Your candidate proper could not speak to issues. I quite remember if a video being and I think I know pay ameba. Or we need primaries, no, or Tikamwa or J fans. Sao Pintop Unibino.
Yeah.
Or Jinamuna or Jenny fans now. And now, more reporters see Bakuka say, honorable can be beer. Or say it's okay, I'll not talk. I said, one to me and country. I don't know whether it's a timid guy, whether Onim Kasa, Onim Day, they didn't even profile him well as a candidate for this constituency. And also a failure on their part. Until we hear election now, and yes, NDC a BB Broso. MPP just went there to fail. And maybe they wanted.
As about American, I made some pictures in the now. Pictures in the
wow. So MPP planned from Jubilee House.
On their citizens,
planning from national headquarters. All these plannings were done to just go and fail this particular election. Wow. We and free Waminia. Yeah, NDC for strategy on the core. It might not be any superior strategy.
That you never can have phones.
Yes,
Several of them.
NDC used community engagement, participation. When you have participation,
exactly, and they were there. They were going round. What was they call rounds? Yeah.
And they knew. Say, also they knew. Say MPP boys, no, they saw money ska. Into money ska, no,
they will spend it.
And almost spend there. We are no more the bay. Okay. So young planting more, we
are bad,
just to distract them. and they achieved it. They distracted them. Now, more distract you, Mr. Speaker. Now, more good community message and community engagement. They were engaging their people. Even Omampani, that Mama Krako, he went to the people, grassroots.
Yeah.
He went to the people. Okoha no, only more could 10 communities a day. Only more couldn't come. Send them ba meye. But you are no more rally no. And a rally no from mountain no more say rally no. So there were MPP people who wanted them to fail there.
Yeah.
So that a message will be sent across. Right? Once the NDC guys were seriously giving the message, Obikura can say, now I think after election, Obi can say they even took advantage of the LGBT plus something.
Yeah. They said when Jachi Question is voted out, Nipa Obebano will give the NPP majority to pass the LGBT
something.
Yeah, I mean.
But one thing in election, we are a serious researcher in any elections. One thing is that you always must have an eye on your opponent. Because of say MPP for more planning free face or failing, they didn't even have an eye on their opponent and even to monitor what their opponents were saying and how to counter. Yes, because monitor our opponents LGBT and at least in a short moment you even get a counter message to whatever your opponent was saying. But no one interested. So maybe NDC didn't perform any superior thing. MPP just from Asalam down, from the Jubilee House, packaged themselves, say, yehu chama hun tumiache, yehu chama Central Region chairman listen. Kuti yehu nache, yehu provincial ache, nti mumayem bobo yehu, ene holy rally crache, nti mumayem bobo yehu, ene yesantie man we cry the same. Old musicians are not old, but that be this man. Our Monio African money guy. Sydney. Yehu Sydney performance ache. Let's mobilize ourselves. Let's Sydney go and perform there. Yehu aja kwache. Let's mobilize ourselves. Let's just go and do some jamboree there. Then say, oh, MPP still exists, not to win the election, but to fail and return. And I think that they are learning their lessons. And Ramitie Binum so more apologize, say, oh, my bibi. I think they need to come back and then re-strategize. But the administrator wants say MPP, NDC currently, we have executives now. NDC has experienced executives compared to the MPP. We have Justin Kodia. He's a new gentleman in terms of party politics, like national party politics, or a young. We have Salam.
Yeah.
In terms of national party politics,
Pablo has been there. With experience. Okay, Nana B. Major election.
Yes.
Lucy.
Nana B side Nana B only Yamin. Eboso kakra because Omunyina new in that particular area. Okay, chairman, I said Dunkatia.
But Yamin has been regional secretary.
Yeah.
Serving in different capacities. Deputy minister that.
Nti okay, chairman general. I said Dunkatia no de compare chairman and team one. I said do is far. So this election no
far as in what?
In terms of
team regional chairman, in team first vice chairman.
In terms of national level politics.
But first vice national chairman.
I think Ben wants to talk about the activeness
in national elections.
From general secretary from 2004, ABC 2023, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And now national chairman. Experience-wise.
Why so no?
Into several elections.
Into her NDC side now, Mr. Speaker, they have experienced men compared to the MPP. It is MPP betuma ye bibi in 2024 e was so mutina see na re-strategizing.
Okay, very well, thank you. Mamemfa asedane be Emma a year Filmat Media Institute that are paying pacho se wutie me na wabofra no na nije ho se wobekọ akwakosua de abeyen semtronia Filmat Institute of Media Studies sana no pay may come for ede ama na say you know your ma ongoing training se wo aspase obabeye broadcaster no pay we will be when nije ho se obeye radio or TV presenter you betcha radio or TV presentation no kama said the production work ni nyina no you see eye no afei pese we will be obey social media specialist na afei yakwan afa so ye streaming any ade nyina no obetimi aye on social media no eso dia mpacho ye be maw the needed knowledge you know am wetimi aye but video editing any de ka ho nyina so a ye be boa anopai ope ya kwan a obehu yen ewo eye South Odoko Aliu Mahama Road no eso obetimi afeye on 0546 175545 0546 175545 na on a Filmat Media Institute any enkomo anopay wamubejo so na afe wobano etimi anya kwenya akosua de Franco Trading Enterprise Father Roma pacho phone papa fie ni anopay obetimi akwakojo phone across the country branch bia obetimi abo rafe ope fridge and now open air condition tabletop fridges ningi na no betimi akọ Franco ho na wakọ jodi o place you order no through the app and pacho you be more discount be brenti ko Play Store na download the Franco Trading Enterprise for app no na afi woni omo enigwa ewo ho wonbejo so no mo abo 0246 422 338 and afi 055 5939311 na one Franco for eninsa so nadom heba center for adaroba wo de nadom garlic bitters aba mpacho no nombe na improve eye o blood circulation no ebeboa boost immune system no bo a edu anadwo a wontime na afi wo honam nyina no eye o ya no waduro eye nadom garlic bitters afi na fale decline e ma no de siesu o mo ho eyi nkaboni bia e de free ahemfie ho wo ye ne saa no na wo nonom nafa mixture ene ne capsules so na afi treat STIs ni nyina no etimi ediama anopay tema community 1 casino no yani omo and the bay and afin so new store first gate ubehu ye ewo ho 0268229862 0268229862 and also say fresh 0240981592 na one na dom for any ensa so wonbejo so pa na edo no so watimi anonombi na etimi aboa citizen brem na mintel.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes sir.
I had a minimum McCarthy and Ben when I adjusted to some of the issues. I wouldn't want to get much into that. Imbo mana payment when there's an McCarthy or Jatata.
Oh,
trying to pay the
is that a Nigerian for the Natasha?
Jata, and they respecting because he's in his full regalia.
But anyway, yeah.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
when you know was part of the NDC strategy.
You see, let me play the devil's advocate here. On the other side of the coin. If MPP had won, what would we have been saying today?
Oh, and also strategy you see.
No, I'm saying that if MPP had won, let's imagine it that MPP won. What would we be saying today?
Their strategies work.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, yes, so what strategies would we be talking about? And what would the NDC be saying? Because I'm sure if it went on the other side, we will say, oh, MPP did this, which was good. NPP did this, which was good. NDC did this, which was wrong. So sometimes I always say that we fail to give respect to the voters.
Oh, you think so?
I'm telling you.
Sometimes
we feel because some of the things that
as we speak this morning, I'm told that
Mr. Speaker, maybe if I speak, you will understand. Okay, I don't mean those who went there. I mean the commentary.
Okay.
As if what somebody did, no influence you be. As if the voters sometimes don't have a head of their own.
Okay.
See. Some of the commentary that NDC even used, some came from the people of Asen. There was a hairdresser, I don't know, the mass of the first, it became big news, and Sana NDC pick whether a campaign. There Sadi was Obeko jail. Yeah, by election, young Morocco. Instead of now, call jail. No one saying by election. Now, man be brain bra. and the NDC picked on it. It came from a voter in Asin. You understand? The other thing is that this LGBTQI plus, Sebi Kakachi will be there or be passed on my dad. Don't as much as sometimes you might influence certain people. Don't think that in Kofuno Sebi they don't think. They think. MPP did a counter.
Exactly.
They did a serious counter. Well, the Reverend in Team for your call a serious counter because one more private members now will push the new bill. No. They did a counter. In fact, their eyes were on their opponent. They were listening and doing all the counter. But you see, what worked the magic for me is the serious situation we find ourselves as a country. The bread and butter issues. Because the voters were talking about, since like you get 100 cities, a crassy cry, one of them, what's a crassy cry yet? 100 cities does not suffice for us a day. On a number or so. So the general issues we face as a country, came to play at Asin North. Don't forget that Asin North are a swing constituency.
Yeah.
In 2012, they voted for NDC. 2016, they voted for MPP in terms of parliamentarian. And 2020, they gave it to NDC. A swing seat. And this is the by-election. The incumbent was part of it. Normally, by-election in KBOB and now but this one, the incumbent, the sitting MP, was part of the by-election. So why do you go and pitch a very new candidate against the person?
Yeah.
The other side of the thing is that, you see, the opulence thing, I agree 100%. Eco book hotels, even beyond Asin North, book hotels over now. What are you saying? So, Israel NDC Funa, they were living in tents in the community.
Yeah.
Into what I want to when you want that. That's what be you there with Kronum into the campaign against him. Momo hotels. Now one of my what tribune and 1 year the fee, 1 year the air, what basabi, what be just one name with ye janabia. Hit him away now, could reach me be. So what are you saying? So I think there, I mean, why am I there with me in there? MPP for what that check?
NPP mom.
Oh, I'm telling you. What that check? And this morning I want to tell them, there, see, there are so many things why you should hide one. They are not listening. What one we bubu timber ashesh wasum into what can't want it. I wasn't surprised that the general secretary is saying it's a wake up call. If more China Asin North were a wake up call for you, then you are, I don't know what to describe to you people. Asin North should not have been a wake up call for you. There are several things that are happening. If it's not a wake up call for you, then I don't know what it is. I don't know what is it.
Kessben.
There, you see a lot of people party who are now coming out to say things publicly against you. It's not a wake up call for you. You have your whole MPs or parliament. They came out strongly to come and criticize government and to complain that one minister is not performing. It's not it wasn't a wake up call for you. You have a former chief justice.
Kessben.
More appointing.
Kessben.
Joining picketing our finance ministry. Now all bashi people who are seem to be very close to the president. It wasn't a wake up call for you. More internal elections, presidential elections. See how now say Alan Camp for studios are the way I work as Next about me for studio the way I work as if it's not a wake up call for you, then I don't know what else should be a wake up call for you. You understand? Look at, I mean, it was an eyesore. There, you think you want to be populist. Into Yenya McCarthy ne candidate.
in them bria war bri sabi on shadow as a leader ye nyama mo fama no botu mu ahwe ho de abofra ba se nsuru to ami musuano mu school advanced primary school wo winiba se nsuru to na fe nsunum na be school a headmaster wo show because you should not come to school wet. It's not sensible. The benam nsum na sabi nsuna for wu nyina na ayero so aka ho na da koto ma medu mo washo nyanse nyim nti da do mo raincoat and awode umbrella besi wodo and awo botwen na nsunu tiwa na aba because sabi o the mad say nsunu da meda na rungu but we watched on just because we want to show there we want to be populist. We have a whole vice president working in rain but with smoke.
Did that work?
Going to commission and astroturf. I mean, and the handlers were happy, clapping, and they were not shameful enough. Once we watch a video, when I'm about to public. What is this? And look at what happened on the days when Honorable Alan Kojo Chairman Okasa. And look at the rude interruption. Shedosi wo Kumasi when a sitting president what days do before the vice president will walk in and look at what was happening. If these things are not a wake-up call for the leadership of the MPP party, then I don't know what else should be a wake-up call. See, some of us as politicians, we care about whatever happens in each political party, especially when they are able to form government. Because more actions and inactions affect all of us. And what within the politicians are one kind of GCP politician, MPP politician, they name all of us together. Into yen in the or then no so no seno fata. Into for me, I don't quite was in North. I mean, it is. I'm happy for him. I remember I was one of the people who said, "Well, I also don't think that it is wise to put him there." But I knew that when they put him there, he would win. And I chacha because there are implications. So putting him there has its own implications. And I think as a legal strategy, it is the best than anything else. Because one in Kamano obey for his rest of his life. One fast tracking. Obotu drag for 4 years, no the one to war. So it is legally. It is the best strategy to put him there. Whatever happens should happen. And I'm sure that once the NDC is energized, because even if you put him there, I mean, because he's liable for about 10 years, right? Even if you put him there, the NDC feel that no, let's work hard and come into government, they will give him pardon. For me, I think that it's as a strategy. I mean, it has worked for them.
Okay.
I wish him well. I hope the government will learn lessons and take itself out of the court issues because they preempted too much. Attorney General was saying some. President Rikebi, the kind of things are working on. You always get the opposition to push you even more in. Take yourself out.
Kessben.
And they could have, even the MPP could have also used sympathy votes. That they care about Dachi more than the NDC. Yes. That we care about him. You should have, they should have gone, but I think the angle that they went, you see, the angle that they went, I mean, it was terrible.
Kessben.
So, I mean, but for me, it's good. It's good they lost. Because when we need power,
I see.
In Kawabeka, the BPR could do Ghana, as they keep saying. So for me, it is a good thing that they lost. And I hope that they really set up. Some of the excuses, share MDC Babeko opposition. Yama, so I was seeing, if you are an MPP, a party in power, the opposition is intimidating them. Why are the massive?
30 seconds for the scenario.
Speaker Anka, I Bank of Ghana. And if Fidelity
no
other one.
Okay, just 1 minute that
this one a provisor regulatory scrutiny no a year juma. And it will affect the confidence and then reputation of our bank, when it comes to adhering to regulations.
Kessben.
Other banks. So yes, they will sit up. Say they wouldn't do it. Until I think my basso for once. Say Omatima whom be a Omaka. Now I
Nobody.
I've made double.
Ben.
They made me a character to say sometimes law, common sense must always prevail compared to technicalities and legalities. You see, in institutional policy formulation, government institutions make policies. And the Supreme Court decision our making, and ama Jacob by election or a send off, and government needed to invest because resources are easy to use in Jacob Kaho. The people have voted money for this gentleman.